Get done today, but that doesn't change my feelings for these guys and what they've accomplished since they've been here.
One of the questions to the student athletes and the coach.
Coach, just kind of talk about the final couple of minutes there. What went wrong with you guys?
Yeah, you look at a game like this, and it's easy to say that the turnover at the end is what cost you the game, and that's not what it was. Not one play will make or break a game, and we had our chances. We knew we were going to have to finish with touchdowns instead of field goals, and we didn't do that enough today. I thought the defense played really well all day long, held them for most of the day. We had our opportunities, and I think there's something to be said about playing in and winning playoff games. And you can say whatever you want about, where you're ranked or whatever it is, but there's something to the experience of playing in postseason. There's something to the experience of winning in postseason, and you can't get that unless you do it. And credit to Ncaa, they've done it for the last 3 years in a row. But I will say this is a first for this group, for me as the head coach here. It's definitely not going to be the last. And we're going to learn from this, we're going to grow from this, and we're going to get better.
You talked about a little bit about the red zone struggles. What was going on kind of first half, early third quarter?
Yeah, they were doing a really good job of trying to double Reggie. They had a corner on him, and they were on cloud coverage, safety help over the top almost all day long. And so, really limited his production today, but it opened up the pass game and the run game really for us to be able to execute and get the ball to some other people. They did a good job on third down in the red zone. I think for us, offensively, you go back and you look at it, and we can't hurt ourselves with penalties. We had a couple false starts, pre-snap penalties. We had a holding call that was big. We can't, against a good defense, there's only 16 teams now, there's only 8 teams left in the country. Everybody's talented. And so it's about execution, it's about doing your job. And, we did, for the most part, there were some plays today that obviously we'd love to take back.
Howard, Daniel, we can start with Daniel. Just kind of emotions right now after 10-1 season, great season, just kind of your emotions.
It honestly doesn't even feel real right now. It hasn't really hit me that was my last game, but it was. But I know the younger guys that are here, the next group up is, if not as talented as us or even better. So I'm just excited to see what Coach Beasley and the next group got next year. So yeah.
Howard.
For me, man, it's more of a learning experience. I said coming into the room, we live and we win and we learn. I don't really consider it a loss, more so of a blessing in disguise. Like you say, it's a first for coach and it's first for a lot of the players here. And I think that with the pack football and the coaches that we have, dog, it excites me because I know just from last year and this year, the jump we made has been nothing but a blessing on my life as it is. So. As far as emotions right now, dog, I'm not concerned about the game. I'm not, I think that obviously there's a couple players we want to get back, but I think when I think about all the work we put in this year, I think we did okay. We kind of shocked people this year. Not gonna lie to you. So talking about the improvement, man, I'm excited for the guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited to see what they do next year and see how they respond.
Howard, kind of on that note.
Yes, sir.
How important is it for you, especially for the younger guys, to make sure that you take this loss, you understand, but that you also understand what you accomplished this season, how good of a season it was overall? How important is it?
I think for the young guys, like Coach talked about, we've been talking all week about stones of remembrance, dog, and just all we've been through since I think it was almost this time last year, and just all we've been through over the past year, dog. And I think that. As the young guys, who came in this year, they bought in. And, it helped us, whether they were on scout or they're playing for us. And I think that Coach V does a great job at serving our hearts, not just our talents. You know what I mean? Like, we got 21 seniors this year. And I think all of us are going to go out and be something in life. And I think a lot of that is, or a portion of that for sure, it's credit to Coach Vito here. So as far as the young guys, how they're going to respond, dog, I don't have any doubts and any concerns that they're going to be okay, and Pack will be back next year, man.
Yeah, Daniel, kind of the same question. How important is it to make sure you still find the joy in the accomplishments that you guys had this year for the young guys moving forward?
Just piggybacking off of him, like the Stones of Remembrance, we had videos up of like all the trials and tribulations that we went through this year, and it really brought joy out of all of us just because there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes that we don't, that the outside people don't see that, like for example, we had a tire fly off our buzz and, and we went out there and still went out to the game and just tried to win the game, and we won a lot this year, and everyone sees it. Yeah, like we win a lot. They're gonna keep winning. We just told them in the locker room that the next group up, this is gonna light a fire in them, and yeah, they're about to be balling next year. I already know Coach Vito's about to do a great job. I already know the spring is about to test them mentally, physically, everything. So yeah, they're about to come out, and stay tuned for what Csu Pueblo got next.
Can I add something to that? I also think, just kind of listen to what Coach Vito talked about in the locker room a few minutes ago. I think the seniors this year that we had did a great job at setting definitely a chunk of the foundation here as far as the new coach and new program and the new direction in which we're headed. I think they did a great job at setting the foundation. So with that, I said all that to say that the young guys, I feel like it's kind of at this point, it's in our DNA to kind of show up tomorrow, get back to work as if ain't nothing changed. You know what I mean? So I think the foundation here is in a pretty good spot, and we'll be all right.
Talked a lot about the seniors and challenged them all year long about leaving the jersey better than they found it. And, you know, everybody looks at CSU Pueblo and the history of success on the football field, and it's extensive. But none of the seniors that have been here for 5 or 6 years have won a conference championship. None of them have gone on before and put their face on the wall. And these guys did that. You know, this is the first outright conference championship we've had here since 2014. And we're only going to get better. That's the way that it is. And it's because of these guys and their buy-in. And, you know, with the new staff and new ideas and new whatever, you know, it's really easy to, these guys both could have gotten the portal and went wherever they wanted to go. And they chose to stay here. And they chose to stick it out. And that is going to live on in these halls for a very, very long time. And every time that they come back with their kids someday, they're going to see their face on that wall. And man, I can't thank these seniors enough.
Question for Bone. Long line of secondary success, a huge legacy with Coach Lil and whatnot. Can you just speak to, now that you are at the end of this journey, some of the things that you'll take away that you'll take into like your adult life outside of football?
Shoot, a lot. Pretty much just to never give up. I've been through a lot here. I've been second year here, scout team, playing D-line, linebacker, everything that they wanted me to play, I went out there and did it, and then the next year went out and was an All-American. So it's just basically about not giving up, just going the hardest that you can every single play. And in life, it's just basically the same thing, just never give up. There's always things that are going to happen that are bad, but there's always stuff that's going to happen good too. So like, you can't just dwell on the bad and just focus on the good stuff. That's as simple as it goes in my head.
And then Howard, just how thankful are you that you left New Mexico and came to Colorado?
I can't put it into words, dog. I tell the guys all the time, like that. At this point, 2 years now, but just the time that I've spent here, dude. I mean, it compares to no other 2 years I've had in my life. And granted, these are some of the most important years of a man transitioning from boy to man, but I can't thank God enough, y'all. I'm just extremely grateful. You see, like, I'm all smiles right now, dog, and that's extremely because I think I can't thank him enough, dog. It's just been a blessing to play for Coach Vito. Most people don't know, but he was actually coaching at Western when I was in Eastern, the rival school. We shared 1-on-1 during our 2 years there, but I'm extremely thankful, dog. Extremely appreciative. Extremely. Can't complain not one bit.
One last one for me. What comes for the future of the program, Coach?
The same thing that has got us to this position, and that's following our process. It's waking up tomorrow and finding a way to get better from film. It's showing up on Monday and whatever's in front of us, being extremely intentional with it and consistent. And that's really what these guys do. You know, everybody was always talking about, you know, how do you not overlook this team, or how do you, and it's just, we show up every day and do the best that we possibly can with what we've been given. And these guys have faced a lot of adversity that no one knows about. These guys, it's my job to create adversity. I try to create as much adversity as I possibly can. But there's a lot that I can't control that happened this year, and these guys consistently respond, and they respond the right way. And I know they're going to be successful in life because of their response, and that's what I challenge them in the locker room. How are you going to respond from this? You know, and what's next? You know, and we might take tomorrow off. But Monday we're going to show up and we're going to watch film and we're going to find a way to get better.
Thank you guys, appreciate that, Coach